type of investors you have. Okay, so in when you are advising the investors, you can come across with individual investors. So individual investors are like you and me, like who are investing their money. Typically, like individual investors invest money for their retirement. Okay, also they can invest money for some of the needs like education. They can invest for marriage, childbirth. They can invest for house. Okay, or meeting some of the like car, or maybe meeting some of the holiday requirements. So individual investors have can have lots and lots of requirements for which they will be investing. Okay, now each individual is different. Okay, so they can have like different need. But what happens is, like, we can characterize like most of the individual investors will think of retirement. Okay, and they will be investing money such that they will be able to meet that their retirement goals. So those are like individual investors thinking about the retirement. Okay, now you have two type of pension plan. Okay, so there are like in US you have pension plan that individual investors adopt to. So if you know, like, there is a plan like called as 401k. But as of now, like, we let us try to understand what is a pension plan. Okay, there are two type of pension plan. Okay, one pension plan is known as defined contribution plan. Okay, defined contribution plan is similar to like your provident fund in India. So what you have is provident fund. In provident fund, what you do is you contribute every month. Okay, your employer also contribute every month in that fund, and this fund is being generating some fixed income. In India, like, provident fund is typically invested in fixed income because of the regulation. But in US, it is not necessary that you have to invest your provident fund or pension fund in a fixed income security. You can invest in equities and other products also. Okay, so what you are having is you are contributing in this provident fund, and this provident fund will generate will give you some income at the some money at the retirement, and which you can buy a annuity or whatever is your requirement. You can do that. Okay, another type of pension plan is known as defined benefit plan. Okay, in a defined benefit plan, what happens is, okay, the employer contributes in that plan. Okay, sometimes employee also are required to contribute. However, okay, in defined benefit plan, the employer has said that after you retire, okay, after you retire, I guarantee that you will be getting some 10,000 per month. Okay, until you are alive. Okay, now you may be like the employer has to estimate how much time you will live. Okay, and this 10,000 per month, whatever the value is being typically arrived at by seeing your last pay, by seeing your last pay, last working day pay before retirement, whatever is that, that will determine your pension benefit that you will be getting. As of now, we don't have to get into too much of detail, but what we have to understand is, in case of defined contribution plan, okay, the employee take the risk. Who takes the risk? The employee. In case of this, the employee take the risk, whereas in defined benefit plan, the employer take risk. Okay, so defined contribution plan, what happens is, here in India the investment is done in PF, right? If PF says that we will give 5% return, okay, does the employer has any control on that? No, right? So it is the employees who are taking the risk in a case of defined contribution plan. However, in case of defined benefit plan, since the employer has guaranteed that he will provide you 10,000 per month after retirement, okay, and if he has invested in certain products which is not giving him 10,000 return, or from which he is not able to generate this 10,000 per month, okay, then he has to give the money from his own pocket. Okay, so for an individual investors, we will ignore this defined benefit plan. So for individual investors, we have to think about the defined contribution plan. Okay, or your whatever the money that you are, apart from the employer, you will be depositing some money in investment account. You have to deal with that. Okay, and you have to suffer the risk in that. Okay, so your employer will not suffer the risk. Okay, so individual investors, we will see in the next particular reading that we can have some unique circumstances also. Okay, so as a result, what happens is, the return requirement, the risk profile, it is dependent on the individual investor. Okay, some investors are very entrepreneurial, some investors do not want to take risk. Okay, now the idea is to basically cover in detail about the type of the institutional investors which we see in the market. Okay, so one of the type of the institutional investors which you see in the market is defined benefit pension plan. Okay, So we have seen that in defined benefit pension plan, the employer is taking the risk. So what the employer does is the employer creates a pension plan. Okay. In this pension plan, the employer puts all the asset, okay, or whatever his contribution. So he will create a plan, he will put money in that, and this plan will invest in certain products, maybe equity, maybe fixed income, depending on the requirements. Okay, so let's say think about a company in which the average employee age is 25 years. Okay, and typically you are expecting the employees will retire at the age of 60 years. So that means this time horizon is very long, 35 years. So in that case, what can happen is the employer will say that okay, in this plan the plan participant will start getting money very late. Okay, so I can take a risk, I can take in higher amount in equity. Okay, fixed income I can take lower amount. But think about a plan asset where the average age of the employee is 55 years. That means okay, the people are nearing the retirement. Okay, so in that case you cannot have lot of money in the equity. Also you have to think about how many in this pension plan. What will happen is a pension plan, you have ex-employees and you have current employees, right? So current employees are the people who will be contributing, ex-employees are the people who will be withdrawing. So the withdrawal will be done by ex-employees, the contribution will be done by the current employee. So you also have to see what is the percentage of current employee and what is the percentage of the ex-employee. That will also determine the risk-taking capability of your pension plan. Okay, but typically the pension plans have long term horizon. Okay, their income needs will be more if there are more number of pensioners. Okay, otherwise their income need will be lesser. Typically liquidity need is also not much, but income need is there, but liquidity is need is wherein like we require a lot of amount from the portfolio. That is typically not there. So what I have is I have another slide. In that I will be trying to summarize things in detail, but let's try to understand each of these investor type and see like what can be their requirement, can be their need. Okay, so defined benefit plan pension plan are the employer is taking the risk. So employer will create a plan which will invest in the assets which will be used for the benefit of the pensioners, will be used for the benefit of the employees who will retire later. Okay, now you also have one type of institutional investors are endowments and foundation. Okay. Now what is an endowment? Endowment is an institutional investor, okay, wherein like there is a for an endowment there is a aim or a goal. So maybe an endowment has created for hospital. Okay, so endowment what they have done is they have created hospital and they are running, or you have endowments which are for let's say library. Okay, or endowments for art gallery, or endowments for universities. Okay, so what you have is this endowment fund will be used to meet the day-to-day operating expenditure of maybe hospital, university. Okay, so these are like institutional investors, so their risk-taking capability is very high. The idea is that whatever the fund of endowment you have, it should be capable of running the endowment for a very long period of time. So the idea is that whatever the income requirement of the university, it should be met from the fund, but not by selling the asset, but by generating some income every year so that you are able to meet the expenses. So what typically happens is in endowment we think we have like usually the contribution is done, the asset should be increasing, it should not be decreasing, because if the asset is decreasing, endowment will not have a infinite life. Okay, similar to endowments you have foundation. In CFA Institute the reference of endowment is whenever they are referring to endowment they have referred mostly to the university endowment. So university endowment funds are benefiting the university students and the employees. So what they have is and research etc which is being done by the university. So university endowment they get the money from their alumnus, or also they have their own assets which they generate money. So that fund will be used for the day-to-day operation of the university. Okay, now we will see that in the book. Okay, in the book what is MF? Please note that the endowment is very different than mutual fund. You cannot compare a mutual fund and endowment. Okay, we'll see it. Okay, now endowment and foundation. Okay, what is foundation? Foundation is created for the purpose of a maybe some charity, or maybe so like you have like Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation. So what they have is they have created this foundation for awareness of AIDS and removal of AIDS, all those things they are doing. So they also have a long-term vision. Okay, so and in this, like most of the cases, like endowments and foundations are like usually these are non-profit. Okay, usually non-profit entities, and what they have done is like maybe a bigger investor has given his money to run this foundation, and that foundation is having a lot of money. Typically the risk profile is very high. That means they invest for longer term. Okay, liquidity need is there because they have to get the money for the day-to-day running of the foundation and endowments, but the risk, because of their long-term horizon, their risk taking capability is higher. Okay, then you have another type of institutional investors is bank. Okay, what is a bank? You know, like bank are commercial banks. So what they do is they take money from normal depositors. Okay, and what the bank will do is the bank will lend this money to the, like they will lend it as a loan, okay, to the borrowers. They will loan out. Okay, now if you see the bank's risk appetite is very low. Okay, why? Because the depositor, he can withdraw the money anytime. Okay, as a result the bank have to ensure that they are able to meet the any liquidity requirement which may come. Okay, so you can have like liquidity requirement which can come. So what the bank will do is they will have some investments in liquid instruments like government bonds, T-bills, okay, which can be encashed very quickly. Okay, now the banks also, like they estimate how much is a average deposit, and how it will be like taking time to get the fund. Okay, so they do invest sometimes in they do invest like in equities and all, but typically the exposure is very low. Okay, also the horizon of bank is lower because it is horizon. What they are facing is like depositors are typically depositing for low maturity. Okay, and typically you have loan of high maturity. So there is what is called as asset liability mismatch. Okay, assets which they have are of longer maturity, liabilities which they have are for shorter maturity. So the banks have to ensure that they are meeting this asset liability mismanagement. So they do some asset liability management and ensure that, okay, they are able to meet the liquidity requirements. So they have to estimate a lot of things over here. Okay, we'll see that in the next slide what are the specific risks. Okay, now you have another type of institutional investors are insurance companies. So banks typically will invest in government bonds, etc. Another type is insurance companies. Insurance companies, as you know, that it can be divided into two parts. One is life insurance, another is general insurance. Life insurance, the mandate is that they will be only insuring the life of the people. Okay, whereas general insurance companies can insure maybe health insurance, or general insurance company, vehicle insurance. Okay, you can have property, fire, shipping insurance, okay, travel. All of these are general insurance company. So general insurance companies are also called as casualty, property and casualty insurance. Okay, so they are a kind of general insurance company. Now one difference between the life insurance and general insurance companies is, think about the time horizon. Okay, now if you see, general insurance are mostly dealing with the accidents. Okay, now there can be a lot of large number of accidents can happen, right? Whereas like the life insurance companies, they are dealing with the life of the people, and if you see the mortality, okay, the number of people dying in a year is much lesser than the number of people, than the number of accidents happening. Okay, so what you find is the liquidity requirement for a general insurance company is much higher than the liquidity requirement for a life insurance company. Okay, and all of these companies, like insurance companies, are heavily regulated because they are dealing with again the public money. Please know that banks are heavily regulated, insurance companies are heavily regulated. Okay, if they mismanage the funds of the people who have invested for, let's say, think about, I have taken an insurance, okay, and the insurance company goes bankrupt. Okay, and let's say the day insurance company goes bankrupt, I died the next day. Okay, my family will not get money from them. So whatever the purpose of insurance was, it is not being satisfied. As a result, the government heavily regulates these two entities. Okay, we'll see the general characteristic of this life insurance and general insurance in the next slide. Okay, now this is what you, Aditya, you were talking about the MF. Okay, MF are investment companies. These are for-profit companies. They are kind of pooling the assets of the people. Okay, endowment and foundation you cannot compare with a mutual fund. These are two different kind of entities, right? So what you have in investment companies, what they do is they invest funds of the people. So what they are trying to do is they will be collecting people's money. Okay, and they will collect, they will pool the fund, and a fund manager will be there who will deploy the fund, maybe in equity, maybe in asset, depending on whatever is the risk and return objective, or whatever is the purpose of this fund. Please know that some mutual funds are only, we will see a detailed description of the mutual fund. Okay, so some funds are debt funds, some funds are equity funds. So depending on the fund requirement, you will be investing accordingly. So portfolio management will have to see what is the goal of the fund, and he should invest accordingly. Okay, one more type of institutional investor is your sovereign wealth fund. What is a sovereign wealth fund? So you would have heard of yeah. So Temasek is a sovereign wealth fund. So Temasek is a wealth fund of Singapore government. So what they have done is like they have created a wealth fund, and this fund is looking for investment outside the country. Okay, you would have heard of China's sovereign wealth fund. So China is like acquiring lots of oil and gas assets outside using this wealth fund. Okay, so this sovereign wealth fund is being funded by the government. So Chinese government has funded this sovereign wealth fund, and this wealth fund is investing money outside the country so that the country may get benefit in the future. So example of Temasek by Tanvir is like it's a similar, it's a fund by the Singapore government. Okay, India was also contemplating on creation of one sovereign wealth fund. I'm not sure what is the status of that.